Hi, my name's Jerry. This is my 47 Merc Coupe. 46, excuse me. The other one I have is a 47. I've had this thing about 10 years and wanted to build it as the ultimate hot rod. And my other coupe is the ultimate old school, completely old school, with just a 265 Chevy in there. But this is different. Let me show you. Let's start with the trunk here. I'm going to keep this unless you want to buy it. But I've had all the chrome and stainless done on this. It really looks nice. In the trunk here, the fan is going with it, of course the battery and all. There's the current California pink slip. Got the current registration, 2012, and there's the correct license plates that goes on it. Put a new... over here, let me start from inside. Obviously, this car has to be finished. It's a project car. It's got to be finished. The seats I bought new from a Lincoln. They came new in the box. And I made platforms, steel platforms, to fit on the frame. Being I was a welder for a living, that was no problem for me. I've got the back seat, but it's only the springs, obviously. I have the bows for the top to put the headliner in. There's all new glass all the way around. The frames are powder coated. New windshield. The dash, I had the dash professionally painted in this silver gray epoxy. Cost me $100 for a quart of paint, and plus labor to paint it. This is all painted. The windshield bar is chromed. What I did on the gauge, it's dusty now, see? What I did on the gauges, I sent them out and had them rebuilt and wired for 12 volts and new lights put in there. The speedo's the same way. The clock is not hooked up. That's 12 volts also. Just hook it up and we're in business. I'm trying to think what else. The fuel gauge works. Oil pressure gauge works. The M gauge I didn't hook up. I ran it to the starter lug. The temperature gauge, I don't know if I did it or not. Use a flathead sender, but there's power windows in the car. Okay, they work really good. I have a power vent in there that works. All the lights, brake lights, are wired up. The horn is not wired. There's no windshield wipers on it. Let's see, now I got a whole list of stuff here. Oh, I got a sports car brake handle between the seats that really is cool. I bought from Speedway. I didn't like that, a regular brake handle. All the stainless is polished and de-dinged. That set me back a fortune. The bumpers and all the chrome has been redone. I have the front bumper. I never took it out of the wrapper from the chrome shop, and the brackets. This has all been re-chromed. I'm trying to think, let's see. Has a new plastic gas tank and fuel pump. Like I said, this was a frame-off build. The guy that's taking the pictures is the guy that helped me do it, my son-in-law. We have the front end. When we did the frame off, I took it to Coastal Hot Rods, and Coastal Hot Rods put a Scott's front end in on their front end machine and shot it in with the transit, which I thought was great. Scott's is the best front end there is. Cost me $3,000 for that. And while they were at it, they put a 5-link rear end in, a Ford 9-inch rear end that we rebuilt with 355 gears and new bearings. And they've got Alden coilover shocks all the way around. Excellent, excellent thing. Like I say, this car needs to be finished. Now, let's look It's got the hood lifters in there with the gas, which is perfect, the gas shocks. But what it's got, good radiator. What it's got is a good 305 in there. It was rebuilt a while ago, but before I put it in, I took the heads off, sent them out, had them rebuilt with hard seats. Got Smitty mufflers in there, new exhaust, dual exhaust. Got a 350 trans, electric fuel pump, plastic tank, power steering, good alternator. I don't have the fan hooked up, but there's the wires right there on the dash to be hooked up. I got a fusible link right here. That's for the horns. Now the horns go right here. I'm going to show you on my other Mercury Coupe what a cool thing that is. But this is cool. You know what? Hey, John, I'll start it, okay?
Sure.
Okay?
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Start it up. Take a listen. Yeah, runs good. It's got bear claw hinges on the doors, which are super cool and safe. What I did, this is my other coupe here. This is old style, I'm keeping this, old style coupe. Now what we did here, to keep the trunk open, of all things, this is missionary stuff going to the Philippines, John. What we did here, I welded this little piece right on here, and I do this. See how cool that is? And that way the trunk won't fall and kill you. So we have that. Well, that's my 46 Merc. As you can see, I have another one, a 47 Merc here, that, you know, and I've got this Chevy step-side pickup truck. You know, I've got more stuff, and I really don't have time to finish this up. I'm almost 72 years old. Just remember, this is a project car. Got to put the horns, the transmission cooler, the interior's got to be finished up on it, but it runs good, and I drive it the way it is. A little bit, not too much. You're not going to drive this thing to New York, I'll tell you right now. But anyhow, it's a good project car for somebody, and I believe the price is right. If you want to email me, it's chapjerry@yahoo.com. chapjerry@yahoo.com. Email me, I'll get right back to you, and if we have a little connection, I'll give you my home number and I'll talk to you personally. Okay, thanks a lot.